So, babe, thank you for being on Bright Minded. One of the things that I really dig about you is how passionate you are about so many things and you connect them all. So, you've been working with the UN for about 3 years, advocating for ocean conservation, plastic use reduction, and then turned your attention to Australian bushfire relief, working with WWF. Environmentalism is a huge focus in your life. How is it reflected in your artistry, songwriting, and now your poetry?
Yeah, it's a topic and a theme I've always tried to weave into my work. Something I've believed in quite heavily and advocated for really heavily since I was little. So it just naturally finds its way like into the themes I use in my poetry and my music. And it's just been something I've almost, I can consider it like hiding the medicine in the candy a little bit when you use, environmental themes in music, especially like pop or rock music. So yeah.
So your poetry is basically like edibles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so when did you first start writing poetry and why is it now the time to share? How would an undiscovered artist or poet get published? Like, what's this journey like?
I first started writing when I was about 8.
Okay, hold on. Look at this.
Can you see?
Look, they're going insane.
Oh my God.
You guys!
Bean!
Cody's trying to do his interview. Okay, hold on.
Your parents are trying to work here.
Hey, hold on. Wayne, you gotta go. You gotta go. Hey, no.
I'll talk to them. I'll talk to them while you're handling the dog. I first started writing poetry when I was 8. I entered a poetry and writing competition in school and I won it. And that was when I first realized that maybe I had a natural feel for writing. And I started taking it really seriously when I was 18, when I left my record label, moved down to Venice, and I started working on the book that is now this one.
Yeah.
So it's basically just been a collection I worked on of my notebooks and collected works from my notebooks from the last 5 years. And so I guess advice I'd have for young poets and people looking to get published, for me, with my writing, I'm so passionate about it that I wanted to do it all on my own. I didn't want the help of people that usually help me with my music and releasing things like that. So I crafted and put together my own manuscript and pitched it around myself. And so ended up getting a publishing deal just on something I'd written completely on my own. And, I found that, the more I started to really embrace being a poet and posting about it online all the time and sending it to other fellow poet friends, people who write, people that could help me get it out to the right book agents and stuff. It all just kind of happened and developed naturally from there. So this is so weird being interviewed by my girlfriend.
I always interview you. So what is the significance of the book title, Prince Neptune? Is that kind of an alter ego? Is Prince Neptune Cody Simpson's Hannah Montana?
Prince Neptune, yeah, it's like my Hannah Montana. It's like my Ashley O, kind of. It started when I developed a real interest in like Greek and Roman mythology, especially the Poseidon Neptune character. Just being such a lover of the sea, I gravitated towards that character quite a lot, and I thought it would be an interesting perspective to write from. Like, I started writing from almost a place of being out of my body and being larger than life, and like saying things I wouldn't usually have to be comfortable enough or have the ability to say if I was just writing from, it's almost like putting on a mask in a way.
Or a wig.
Or a wig. Or a wig.
It's like poetry is like, basically the recap of this segment is poetry are basically edibles and drag.
Yeah, you get the best of both worlds. That's what they say, right?
I get paid every time you say that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, well, thank you so much, babe. Thank you for being on Bright Minded. I've already gotten to read Prince Neptune, and it is beautiful, and I'm so proud of you. Before we go, could you read the poem about me?
Yes, I've got it right here.
Did you see where Lily was reading her poetry and I got all weird because I'm not good with mush?
Yeah, well, you're going to get even weirder now. Guys, so basically I've got one of the poems in this book is about Miley. I'm going to read it for you right now. All right. It goes, In the ancient night, she flies once more back
Oh
to
God,
her.
sorry, hold on, sorry, I'm not distracting. I just
Oh my God.
okay, go.
Okay, all right. In the ancient night, she flies once more back to her home in the stars. I try to chase her there, but fall short, for I cannot breathe up that high in the radiant heavens where she lingers. I can only admire her from below, humble, starry-eyed poet with a desire for that which is most beautiful. And she is most beautiful. All other
Babe,
muses sleep in winter forests. She is the one who swims in the sun and doesn't burn up.
babe, I'm free. I'm the most beautiful.
You're most beautiful, babe.
I I was mad about my own haircut, so I had to give Cody
Oh
a
yeah,
little makeover as well.
this is the first time I've showed this thing. She did it, by the way. She did it, guys. She buzzed it, so it's all her fault.
It's always my fault. I love you. You look so cute.
Thanks, babe.
All right. Well, I'm really excited for your book. It comes out on Tuesday,
Tuesday, April 7th.
April 7th.
Go
So
grab
people
it.
can get the audiobook also, since I know it's a little bit tough to get out to stores right now. There's
Yeah,
like digital downloads you can order online, and you can just listen to his
yeah, so I
reading.
recorded me reading the whole thing, and the audiobook comes out on the same day as well. So for everybody that can't get out to stores and is stuck in their homes right now, I wanted to do that for them so that people could have it in their